I went like 5 minutes without seeing a drake, and then all of a sudden I see 3 of them. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know which crypts I've cleaned out. There are definitely a lot of crypts. Welcome back, my Vikings, to another episode of Valheim. It's our Zero Death series. We're still going after 84. What is it? 87 years. It kind of feels like that. This is a pretty long ongoing series. I would also like to say welcome back to the channel, as always. If you are enjoying the Valheim and Viking content, check out the other series we have, as well as consider subscribing. What are we doing, you say, or you may ask? Well, we keep running out of food, and we keep... Oh my god. For a second, I actually got kind of scared because all I saw from the corner of my eye when walking around the corner of my eye while walking around the corner, that's a mouthful to say, but I would literally did this and saw the head peeking out of the kiln, and I actually got kind of worried. I got very freaked out for a second. Okay, but yeah, we keep running out of food. We keep running out of like coal. Not coal, iron. So we're gonna make an iron trip today. We're gonna make more food, obviously, because that's kind of our thing. And we're gonna just kind of do our upkeep on our chores. But as you guys know, at the start of every new episode, now, because this is starting to get to be like a very regular thing we have to do, I would say I didn't have to do it as much in the lower levels in the first couple of episodes, or even upwards of the first 20. I didn't have to do this as much, but now it's very crucial that we stay on top of farming, which I kind of never really thought about. Whoop, there it is. there it all goes. I guess I should probably go on a continuation here for our farm talk. A continuation of the poll that I mentioned before. I'm actually really happy that you guys went. A lot of you guys did go in and fill that out. I'm actually kind of shocked at the results. If you guys don't know what that was, it was just a poll that I did on the channel about the new Avatar game. It's the Frontiers to Pandora, or Frontiers of Pandora. And it was not something that I really was excited to play when the game trailer launched. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a convention, like a big, you know, Xbox convention or whatever, E3. I think it was E3 that they announced it or something. And it was like over a year ago, and it looked like crap. I'd say it looked like crap, yeah. But now it like looks pretty good, and I'm gonna say I'm a massive Avatar fan. So I actually do think I'm gonna check it out, even if it's just to see it. I just want to see, and I want to share that experience with you guys. But the majority of you guys who filled out the poll, like a shocking half the poll, everyone doesn't know what that is, and a good amount of you also said yes, you're super interested in checking it out. But I don't know, I was curious to know your thoughts, as always. And when I create videos, I want to make sure that, you know, you guys are enjoying yourself as well. So I hope I can share in that experience of being an avatar. So excited. Guys, I don't know if I could become a streamer. My eyes, dude, it's like when I smile or I will lift my eyes too big. One of you guys mentioned blue light glasses, and you know, I just think they're bogus, and I don't think they work. I literally hear it's either they work or they really don't, and they're a scam. Like, there's no in between, and that's what's kind of hard about it, is that they either work or they don't. And I guess I should probably order them, but I don't want to look like every e-girl on the internet. And that is not a knock to women who are trying to obviously make a living like I am doing this, but there are so many. You could even say e-boys. There are some e-boys and men out there too, but there are a lot of e-girls, and you know, maybe I am one. Maybe I'll just go straight to my roots, put on the blue light glasses, and look like an e-girl. Would you guys buy my bath water? No, don't answer that. Please don't answer that. What was her name? Bella Delphine or something, who sold bathwater. I see so many people, like, I see so many fake posts now and Photoshop posts where it's like, what is it? Oh, I don't even know if I want to say it, but e-girls selling their farts in a jar and stuff like that. That would be a crazy time to live in. If I was able to sell my farts in a jar, I think then I would just retire, right? Like, what else do you do after that? That has to be a bucket list item. You have to be trolling society at that point. There's no way a sane human being would do something like that. I think it's a troll. I think you'd have to be. I'm just a simple, humble Viking farmer. Just a simple, humble Viking farmer. I like that all my Viking impressions are like Swedish. I like to think that I make a Swedish accent sometimes, but I don't actually know. I've had a couple friends tell me that the impressions I do sound really German. And then I've also had them say that they sound Swedish or like Welsh or not even, what are they? Finnish? Also, I didn't know you could use turnips as food for boars. We're eventually gonna have to make a boar farm. I just feel like that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All right, we haven't checked on our bees in a while. I mean, I know they're fine, but we just haven't really been collecting like any honey at all. I hate that it gets dark so fast. It's barely 4:40 my time, and the sun's going down. And the worst is yet to come, honestly. I need to get ice cream, and I think for that, I need glands, freeze glands. So I need to go back to the frost biome real quick and farm for some frost glands. Yeah, freeze glands. All right, well, that shouldn't take me a super long time, but I do need it. So here I come, frost biome, mountain biome. Now, unless something very eventful, oh, wrong portal. Wrong portal. Now, unless something very eventful happens, I probably will not show myself farming for what we need. I will probably just end up making it for you guys. That's if something eventful happens. Now, I can't read the future. I know it seems like I can, but I cannot. I also probably need to pick up some obsidian while I'm out here because I think I'm running a bit low. Well, hopefully this gets makes enough noise. Maybe the creatures will just come to me instead. You know the laws of Valheim. Whenever you're looking for something, it doesn't seem to want to come in. Yeah, you can't really find it, but if you're not looking for something, then you find it. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm literally at a dragon nest. Or a drake nest, and I see no drakes. It's just like every time you go looking for something, it just never wants to, it tells you, the game goes, nah, you're good. Let's just make this a little bit more challenging for you, you young Viking. All right, I don't have a death sentence yet. I know it kind of seems like sometimes I do, but I do not. So I will be leaving now, and I will be returning. For those frost glands, I need them. Oh, for a second it looked like I had a lot of iron, like 2 stacks of iron, but I just separated the iron into 2 stacks for some reason. That's very smart of me to do. I was actually, for just a brief second, I allowed myself to be very happy with my past self, and now I'm more disappointed than ever. Day 163. You know, I need like a real bell, but I feel like that'd be too much like copying Jacksepticeye. Didn't at one point Jack had like a bell and he'd be like, I feel like there was a point in my life where I was watching him and he did that. Maybe that's why I do it. I don't know. All right, back into the fray. All right, you freaking drakes, let's go. Let's do this. You can't be like forever gone. Look, drake nest. No drakes. They're really gonna make me go hunt them down. No bueno. There, finally, one freaking drake. One drake out of like 5 minutes of wandering around this place. When should we go serpent hunting? I don't even know how to serpent hunt. Does the game just like read my thoughts or something? I swear, it literally just is trying to make it difficult for me to find drakes for no reason. Oh no, dude. Okay, at least it didn't fall all the way down. I was very nervous for a second. It happened to fall down on this one little tiny ledge. Oh, look, a troll. Oh, thank God. I went like 5 minutes without seeing a drake, and then all of a sudden I see 3 of them. That's great. Oh, what if... Do some of them not even drop freeze glands? I've killed like 4 and I haven't been able to find the stupid freeze glands. Oh, this is gonna make it very difficult. This is gonna be a long one if that's the case. That sucks. Oh, that's that's nice. This is very bright and I can't see dick. Well, this is very sad, but I didn't get the haul I wanted, but I also don't want to stay on this mountain all game long. All right, we need to go into the crypts now, but I think it's almost getting to be dark. I don't think it matters too much, but I'd rather go when it's light. Good morning to you too, game. Day 164. Day 164. I don't have fire arrows, but I mean, let's just hope, fingers crossed, that we don't run into too many abominations, but you know how this be. You know how it is at this point. Every time you're not looking for something, the game immediately throws you with what you're not looking at or looking for. We just went and spent 30 minutes up on that mountain looking for drakes and freeze glands for supplies, but it didn't happen. Okay, the game said no. Imagine my surprise when when they throw a bunch of abominations at me, and you know they're going to. I didn't make the same mistake. I brought my stag breaker this time, so that way we can go in there and kill all of the mobs that we need to. There are definitely a lot of crypts. Let's just make sure this one's cleared out then. Oh, this might take a while. Viking chores always do take a while. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna cross this one off. I feel like, oops. All right, I think I've already cleared this one. All right, let's see if we cleared this one out. This one is not on my map, but is on my map. I think I marked it incorrectly. Or poorly marked it. Ooh, I think I know what this one was though. I think this is the one that was giving me trouble with the Draugr elite. Yeah. There's a spawner over here. All right, I was able to finally take care of that spawner after so long. Yeah, I think the spawner has been giving me trouble for a really long time. I'm also very sorry that it's dark, that you guys cannot see. We're gonna get full of stuff real quick. We're gonna get full on stuff real quick. No! Is it stag breaker? Is that what's bringing me down here? No, weight is only 4, dude. It's only 4. It's this freaking, oh my gosh. Yep, that's about all I can carry. Well, good news is that while this is all smelting, I can come back for all of it. Ooh, actually I could just dump it all in here. I could just dump it all in there, come back for it. I like that idea. Then I can minimalize my trips. Okay. That's great. Super good. I think I've cleaned this out relatively. I think that was the only area that gave me a lot of trouble. So this sunken crypt should be done. Yeah, this one is done. All right, let's see what this one has to offer. I think I went inside each of these crypts for a small amount of time, but not enough. Yeah, this one's kind of already picked clean. What did I do in here? What did I do in these swamps? It feels like I cleaned them and then didn't clean them. Like clean them out and then I did. Okay, so this one was half done. Gotcha. All right, I'm with it. Ow. My arrows do more damage than yours. I will say this iron pickaxe though goes straight through these muddy scrap piles and it's amazing. It just chews through these scrap piles like boom, boom, boom. Like it's just making this job so much faster. I brought another pickaxe just in case. I brought like just a general antler pickaxe just in case we run out of pickaxe before I'm done. All right, I'm almost out of room again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is pretty cleared out. All right, this crypt is donezo. Yeah, we've gone through 4 crypts. That should be good. And so far, no abominations, which is very nice. I don't really have the arrows to be able to take them on right now. I'm very tunnel visioned. I'm very determined to get a forge up and going for the black metals. Because once we do that, I don't remember what unlocks for me, but then I can start making like the windmill and I can start making the spindler. What is the spinning wheel? I don't remember what it's called. All right, let's sleep. I put a bunch of the iron in the forge already. When it becomes morning time, we'll put more in. We'll go grab the rest of our load. Day 165. Day 165. All right, pick all this up. By the time we get back, we should have all of this smelted by the time we get back. It's a very short run for me, but I want to put all this away too. I think I need to pick up more blood bags as well while I'm out there. It feels like a shopping list. It feels like I'm going on a grocery run. Oh God, I ran into like a colony of what are they? They're not leaks. What did I want to call you guys? Necks. Where did leak come from? I was just gonna say I ran into a colony of leaks. But they're necks. I ran into a colony of necks. I'm just spooking all the forest creatures right now. Yep, see, there it is. There it is. Oh, I should probably start killing some leeches. Maybe I meant leech, you know? Maybe I just meant leech. I am running so fast through the forest that my screen is like, look, like 2 frames. Well, now it's not anymore, but yeah, now look at it. It's literally like, it's actually even struggling on my OBS right now. I think it's clear on OBS, but my screen, the one I look at with my 2 eyeballs, it is lagging like crazy. I also really need to go and sell all of my, look at all this. I've got like just so much treasure. I don't think that the amber is gonna get me very much, but the ruby should get me a lot. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Also, the amber pearls are gonna give me a lot as well. All right, we need more wood for the kiln. Time for tree chopping time. Always with the tree chopping. All right, sleep. Let the kiln and the smelter go at it overnight and wake up and do it all again. I'm gonna smelt all this iron and then I want to make the things that I need to for the planes. That's kind of the goal of this episode, is to get everything. Good morning to game. Get everything done, and so that way I can start smelting day 166. I want to start smelting the big stuff, like the black metal. Who knew a game like this would ever, you know, become popular? Hasn't Valheim, I think Valheim's been in the works for like 4 or 5 years. It's crazy to me that it popped up and a couple of streamers and big well-known YouTubers played it, and then I would say that the big guys kind of stopped, you know? I think I saw some of the big YouTube channels, and I mean like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier and some of those big guys play this game, and then they just never touched it again. And I never thought that, you know, it'd be a super popular game. It's a very wholesome community too, which I love. Even though I don't know a lot, you guys have all accepted me into your little community with open arms. That's crazy how much I have deforested. And you can see, because I leave the stumps behind, and I don't care what anyone else says. I leave my stumps behind, goddammit. I'm a massive progress person. When I can physically see the progress I've made, that's when I'm happy with something. And I don't know. By keeping the stumps, it kind of makes it look like, oh wow, I've really put some work into this. I think we can start looking at what it's gonna take, what we're gonna need here. I knew we needed iron, and that's kind of the extent of my knowledge. All right, what do we need? What do we need? And I think I want to build it at the other. I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring it here. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just make it here. This is a safe place. A safe place. Iron nails. Ooh. Blast furnace. Do we even still have Surtling cores? I don't think so. If it's not one thing, it's another, I swear. The Surtling cores though, they're easy to get. I won't fret. Yeah, I need Surtling cores. Well, let's make some iron nails and get everything else made real quick. There it is. What goes in? I forget. Everything requires a roof. All right. Spinning wheel, flax. I don't have flax. I know I get that from the plains. Okay, perfect. Where should we put it? It's beautiful. Yeah, what about like right here? All right, what do we put in here? We put windmill processed. Oh, we put barley in there, and we get the wheat, right? Ooh, you know what I just did? I destroyed one of my big bonfires, and I got 1 Surtling core. I didn't get enough. I still need to go out for more. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, this is cool. I actually have never had an iron cooking station before. And that's when you can hang the locksmith, right? Like so? Okay, there you go. Yeah, look at these big meats. Look at this big meats. Cooked locksmiths. 50 health, 65 health, and 50. So cooked lox meat is definitely subpar, so not worth making. The lox pie though is 100% worth making. Maybe I'll just keep it on me just in case, but it doesn't seem like I'm gonna be making a lot of cooked lox meat. Good morning to you too, game. Day 167. I think we spent a majority of my eyes feel like they're gonna fall out of my head actually. Okay. That's also where I'm gonna end this episode here. It's funny because it's just like, there's just a lot of things that need to be done, and just, you know, I want to show you guys all of it. I also could just do it all like off screen, but I just don't know if that would be, I think that would be unfair, right? I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. If you guys would like me to do more stuff off screen so we can just do the fun stuff, leave it in the comments down below. It really comes down to, if it's a zero death playthrough, I want you guys to be seeing everything, because anything could kill me in this game. So that's kind of where I stand, but I understand too that sometimes the Viking chores can seem a little melodic or methodic. Boring. It was the word I was going for. But in any case, I'm so happy that you guys are here along for the ride. Upwards of 40 episodes, which is kind of insane to think about. And a lot more to come. Definitely check out the channel and the other videos like it and consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.